Hey everybody, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whichever it is for you. My name is Matt, I'm an old man, and I'm a Reveluv, and I'm going through all of Red Velvet's discography and taking a look at each of their songs, trying to break them down a little bit for you, and then ultimately ranking them, as to my personal favorites. I would love to hear your own personal favorites. Please feel free to leave any song that I'm reviewing, where it would rank in your favorites, or leave me a list on the comments or whatever. I've so far reviewed, I think, 16 tunes. As you can see by this list here, I'll go through slowly so that you can see where everything ranks so far. Like so. Some of these you may note are way before. For mostly, I'm doing these in chronological order. But you may notice that there are some that are way out of chronological order. For instance, like Marionette, Sappy, Cookie Jar, Snap Snap, Color of Love. Some of these are Japanese releases, so I'm just erring on the side of caution and not putting them on YouTube at all. On the other hand, there are some things in here that you may not think that I should be ranking, but I am. I'm going to rank all solos, all subunits, everything related to Red Velvet in the remotest of ways. Collaborations, all of that is going on this list. Like Because I Love You, which was a Wendy song that was part of an OST that actually happened pre-debut. It was for SM Rookies back in March of 2014, I think, but before they debuted with Happiness in August of 2014. Same with Sugi, appearing on Henry Lau's album, I think in July of 2014. So that's the reason for these. You can find all of these reviews on my Patreon, free posts. I won't charge you for any of those posts because they're part of this series. So you can look at those for free. But if you want to get some other exclusive content or get early releases, then $3 a month is your thing on Patreon to get those. And I appreciate your support because I'm an old man and I need dentures. So you can help me out with that. Today we're looking at Ice Cream Cake, which was the second MV for the Ice Cream Cake mini album. So we're going to take a look at that and see where it goes. Right off the bat, I pause a lot, folks. Right off the bat, I would just want to note the aspect ratio is more like a movie, right? I don't know what they call that aspect ratio. Not 16, I mean, we're looking at it in 16:9 on our screen, but the actual frame is stretched out much more like you would see in an old movie theater. On the other hand, we just did automatic last time, and that was in a much more like very old style TV, standard definition TV screen kind of ratio, which fit that kind of 90s R&B vibe that the song was a video of. So, I've heard Ice Cream Cake a lot. I don't really consider it to be that cinematic of a tune, but I just find the frame aspects to be interesting. No subtitles, by the way. Okay, all on the one. I love that line though. It's so chromatic. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I think that sometimes chromaticism can be interpreted as creepy, and I think some people have interpreted it this way. I think of it more like a carnival, simply because of the bell sounds behind it, just kind of outlining the root, the fifth and the root. I don't think of that as creepy, and I don't think of this melody line as creepy. I think of it as kind of fun, kind of carnival-like. But everything's staying on the one chord, which is the key of A, by the way, so far. Hi, Yeri. Hi, Joy. Nice. Nice. I love that pre-chorus because the whole vibe switches up. You know, where we had this very heavy 2 and 4 going on, then all of a sudden you've got all these subdivisions. And what subdivisions do is they increase the tension in a way. They help make things feel more exciting. The more you subdivide a beat in half, the more exciting it becomes. Film scoring guys have known this for years, but and then it does go to the 5 or the flat 6 chord, and up to the flat 7 before it goes into, I think it's going to be the key of B for the chorus. But I loved how the top line changed also. Before it resolved on the major third. This time, when the flat 6 is playing, well, that note wouldn't fit against it. So they just changed it by one note. Beautifully done. Just great voice leading is all that really is. Let's see where the chorus goes. Okay. All on the one now. Oh, so the verse just goes straight back into A after that. But the chorus stuff is, well, the melody is, which is really pretty cliche. But the chords are to, I guess, a minor sub or the flat 3 chord. I think it's just a straight flat 3. And then to a flat 6 chord, and then to a 4 chord. So that's great voice leading because between each chord, only 1 or 2 notes move rather than all 3 of them moving. I mean, if you went from it works, it's the same chords, but when you do the voice leading to where as few notes have to change as possible, you get something like this. And this is what happens basically at the backup vocals. That constant rise in the background vocals is what helps, or in the harmonies, is what helps it also give energy because you feel it harmonically rising, and that helps a lot. And then it just goes straight back into A. With the verse. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, Joy. There are so many great subdivisions in Korean words, I guess, in the Korean language. And the ability and the diction to pronounce all of that understandably is incredible. I don't speak Korean, so I couldn't translate this for you right off the spot. But I can tell when, just listen to how clean every single syllable is, especially when they're doing those da-da kind of rhythms with them. That's astounding to me because I'm not much of a singer. And lots of 16th subdivisions in the production too. There, that change of note. Hi, Yuri. Listen, not when they break into harmonies on the last note, but when they're singing each of those notes in unison, it's so much bigger than the sound of any one of them singing. And it's a whole different animal. you may be able to pick out certain timbres of some of them, but for the most part, it blends so well. And I think part of that is Irene's timbre of her voice and Yuri's timbre of her voice kind of helps take the edges off of Joy and Sugi and Wendy a little bit.
Ice cream, you scream, give me that ice cream.
Huge.
Ice cream, you scream, give me that ice cream. Ice cream, you scream, give me that.
And then this with Irene. This is badass. Right on. Nice. I always forget that Joy was one of her original roles with this group was a rapper, and she's done a lot of rap verses with the group since then even, but this one really showcases some of what she can do. And Irene's is just amazing on that one. I think that's when I kind of fell in love with Irene, just like as a vocal talent, because I didn't realize I love her voice as a singer, but I don't think I realized how much I loved her voice as a rapper as well.
Give me that, 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 give me that ice cream.
Nice. That harmony underneath the me. Nice. Now in this one, the bass drum is going crazy. And if you saw my Sayonara review on Patreon, which is a free post, you know that when bass drum gets too busy, it drives me crazy. But the thing is here, the bass drum is actually musically enhancing everything rather than just sticking out over the top of things. And that's the difference for me here. So the last two chords that you actually hear are the flat 6 and the 4. And I love that because then that gives all of the energy back to the vocals at the end so that they can make you hear. I mean, they're not actually playing the one chord. Nobody's playing any chord. But their vocals bring you home to the one chord by themselves. And that gives an extraordinary amount of power to the vocals themselves. Love this tune. Absolutely love it. But where am I going to rank it? Let's see. This one's going to be tough for me because it's not my favorite Red song for sure. I'm trying to figure out right now. I'm thinking right around Sappy Cookie Jar area is where I really like this song. Either above Cookie Jar or below Cookie Jar. I think that's the standard where I'm going to put it. Because I really love the bass in Cookie Jar. And the chord progression and the way the vocals kind of reflect a Beatles thing. And Sappy's just brilliant to me. I know lyrically it's not that great. And I certainly know that it's not most Reveluv's favorite Japanese release. But it's one of my favorite Japanese releases. Of course, outside of Wildside Marionette. Just because of the way the horns are arranged in it. I'm a sucker for horn sections. Also, let's see, above Cookie Jar or below Cookie Jar? I think I'm going to go below Cookie Jar. Oh, not happiness, Matthew. Ice cream cake. Can't type today. Can't type any day, actually. So that's my list. Once again, if you want to go through, I have done a video of each of these tunes where I kind of broke them down and rated them. And you can find most of them outside of Happiness, Automatic, Be Natural, and Ice Cream Cake. Those are the only 4 on this list so far that you can find on YouTube. You have to go to my Patreon to get the rest. The link is down in the description. Thank you so much for visiting. And remember, those are all free posts, so you don't have to do anything to see them. All you got to do is just find the post you want and watch it. And I hope you enjoy them. And I hope that you leave me a like, a subscribe. Is certainly not going to get you shunned around here. And a comment about what you like about these kind of analysis and what you don't like about them. I'm open to all kinds of things. It's a safe space for you. And yeah, that's all we got this time around. We'll see you next time. We'll continue to get into the Ice Cream Cake mini album. There are several B-sides yet to go on those. So that'll be next time. Take care.